This is Ray, W2RE, from RemoteHamRadio.com. And today, I'm on top of Roan 45 Tower, looking down the boom of a 3-element M-square 40-meter Yagi. And this is the most active station in the United States. This station's on the air 10 hours a day. During contests, 48 hours around the clock. Guys from around the world remote into this station on a daily basis. And of course, when there's a lot of operation at the QTH, there's a lot of maintenance to take care of. And the reason I'm up on this tower is one of the Force 12 EF420s brackets that hold the element. The rivets fell out, and the element was just dangling, so I came up here with my power drill and drilled a bolt through the boom to hold the element into place. Eventually we will replace these antennas. I would not recommend Force 12 because of the rivet issues, and I'm surprised it lasted this long up at this QTH with the winds we get. So this is looking down into the valley. I'm sitting about at the top of this tower, about 2,200 feet above sea level. And down there in the valley, you'll see a couple homes. They're 400 or 500 feet below me. They're sitting about 1,600 feet above sea level. And that's a shot out to the southwest Pacific area. And those ridges out further out in the distance may look higher, but they're not. Just the way the terrain is, it's a complete drop-off from this location. And again, guys from around the world remote into the station on a daily basis. And this is what I do for a living. Take care of these sites. And I'm up here early in the morning. It's a May morning. I have to climb these towers early in the morning before the wind picks up. Just as the sun comes up, so does the wind. So it's starting to get a little breezy up here. Not too bad at the moment. But if I waited an hour or two from now, I would not be able to climb this tower, especially this time of the year. In the summertime, I could come up here. The wind is a lot less. But in the spring and the fall and the winter, forget about trying to climb these towers. It's just brutal wind. So out here, there's another tower. And that holds 205 BA. 5-element 20-meter Yagi. There's a 7-element Yagi on that tower as well, and a 5-element 6-meter Yagi sandwich in between those two antennas. This tower right here in front of me, closest to me, is a stack of 5 over 5 over 5 on 10 and 15 meters. And there's a tower way out in the distance, probably about 1,000 feet from me. And that's our work antennas. We got a OptiBeam 3040 on that tower, as well as a Venture Skylark, which is for 12 and 17 meters. And this QTH sits at 2,100 feet above sea level, and the terrain is drop off in all directions. The whole terrain just drops off. The terrain from where I am to where I'm looking now is 18 feet to the top of the hill, and in top of that ridge there, you cannot see it, but we have a 4-square on 80 meters and a 4-square on 160 meters as well. And many guys have worked a lot of new countries this past winter on 160 meters that they could never hear from any else on the East Coast or the West Coast. Having ears on top of a mountain at 2,200 feet above sea level with a 4-square is just incredible. We have beverages here, but the QTH is so quiet that the 4-square hears just as well as the beverages. I got a 1,000-foot beverage towards Europe, and believe it or not, the 164 square hears just as well, if not better at times. So, you know, guys talk about beverages. Yeah, they're great if you live in an area where there's a lot of man-made noise, but here on this bridge here, we find them almost completely useless to our actual transmit antennas. And this is our shot out to the north, JA's. Again, this is the most utilized station in the United States. It's on the air 10 to 12 hours a day, 48 hours during contests, approximately 300 to 400 hours a month. This station, there's somebody on here operating, working DX. I would not be surprised if 300 countries were worked in 2013 from this station. Guys are always commenting on the new ones they worked, and any DX predictions that show up, it's an easy work. And we have similar stations like this. We just built one in Monticello, New York, 2-tower setup on top of a ridge. Very similar to this, not as much land, but the terrain drop-off is as impressive. So, just wanted to give you an overview of the station here. I'm on a Roam 45 tower with 4/4 stack and 20 fixed towards Europe, and this 3-element M-square 40-meter Yagi, and this thing is pointing right towards Europe. So that's the Europe shot right there. Right on the other side of those trees, it drops off down to about 1,600 feet. The terrain from the base of this tower rises 18 feet in the northeast direction, and it drops off to about 1,600 feet, about a 500-foot drop, within less than a mile. All right, thanks for watching the video. This is Ray W2RE from RemoteHamRadio.com, 7-3.